Good morning, guys. I guess welcome to TA with the QC. This is the first morning that free readers will not get this video in their newsletter. And because of that, I'm going to talk about some stuff that likely will not show up in the newsletter today. It's going to be the things that I put in the chat on Friday, or that may have been Saturday. I don't know. All the same to me. But TEM, VRNT, EWNNOX, which I admittedly bought at IPO, SGMT, and possibly we'll get into SoFi, which I also bought at IPO. Let's see. First, I want to do XRP. It's down 8.88%, which has some significance to me. Let's just, how do I want to approach this? Start from the higher time frame, I suppose. Hide that. Go back to the 4 hour. We've looked at this same Fibonacci multiple times. But what a liquidity sweep is when the market maker takes out a high ever so slightly to induce people to buy. And so when this was actually a green candle, I will show you the replay of it, but when this was actually a green candle up here at the top of this wick, that was inducing buyers to say, okay, we are going to the next level. And then what they do in a liquidity sweep is they pull it away so fast that you can't get back in. And then they take it so far away that oftentimes what happens is people who did buy up here are dejected and they sell it back and then they pull it away again. So that was certainly a liquidity sweep, this and this, right? But then I mentioned another one. There's probably a better time frame. I think it's the 4. Another one to see it on. Let's close this out. So we created, I'll even move this up. And I like to be precise. And as you move from time frame to time frame, preciseness is elusive, but whatever. Made a high, traded in between, traded below the 0.236, which constitutes a retrace, pulled it away, went up here, we created a high, an equal high, and then on the next candle, they pulled the liquidity sweep, took it back down to the 618 level, consolidated between the 618 and the 0.236, giving people hope. I'm sure that this gave some people hope. But you got a double top there, and then you go down deeper into the 7-1 level. You get another double top back to the 7-1, which is a double bottom actually. Consolidate between these two levels, up, consolidate between these two levels, and now we are kind of trying to find support at the 0.5 based on, and this is the hourly chart, based on the stochastic on the hourly chart, we may go up from here. But what I want you to pay attention to and what I'll keep reminding you of is you have a cluster or a confluence, or I don't know, I got to find a word for it, right? But you got a bunch of now resistance here. You have these are the 21, the 50, and the 200, guys. I'll explain that to those of you who weren't there when we discovered it. But you have the 21, the 14, and the 50, and your 2150 is in a bearish state. And so it's almost like asking yourself, are these 3 resistances going to lose to this one support? I don't know. Could be. But this is your support, the 50 level. And these are your 3 resistances that are going to try to keep price below the 200. And the 200 is at 243. let's go back here. I want to, and this is going to be a little different because before I have done these videos in succession from top to bottom, but today is going to be a little different in that regard, right? I'm sure. This is a bearish fib that I drew off of the 4-hour chart. And so we create, it's actually from the top of this candle to the bottom of this candle, we create our bullish high to low on which we draw our Fibonacci. We get up to the 50, come back down to basically the 0, and we got up to the 618 and reject it. Now it is highly possible that we will go as high as the 886, or we may just continue through. But what I'm expecting to happen here, where's my 200? Yikes. Okay. What I'm expecting, or maybe hoping, hope is not really a strategy, but daily candle. It looks fairly certain that barring some significant news, we will have a bearish day. And so what I'm hoping is that we will take out this 0.236 level, continue back to the 0, which will put us right around 217. And then if we draw a larger fib on a larger move, and we get into the $2, which is something I've been talking about and kind of waiting on, or even the 185 level. And of course, we know it could go, and the 185 is our 0.71. Of course, we could have an even deeper retrace as low as the 200. But if you have been following XRP over the years, then you know that none of this, as far as a retrace, is out of the realm of possibility. So I am admittedly hopeful because I did sell last week. I sold a bunch of it, and I've been scaling back in for the last, say, 4 or 5 days. But I am hopeful that we'll get back into, at the very least, this strong support level right here at about $1.85.